Morning, y'all. We back checking the traps. I set a few, like I think 5 footholds down here yesterday for muskrats. Um, I was gonna go out here um, and set for. I was gonna go set these huts, but the only reason I haven't done it yet was I've been waiting on ice to walk out there. But we've got like a couple days left, and I thought I'd hit them, try to get a bunch of them, get rid of a bunch of them real quick before the season ends. But like I said, last night I came down here to set these huts and stuff, and I got about not even 10 yards out there, and I was up to my knees in mud. And so I decided, well, they can wait till next year. And I did have some footholds with me, so which I was going to set some footholds where they climb up on top of the huts too. Then as I was coming back out, I seen over here they had a toilet. So I set me a trap where they climbing up on the toilet, which he destroyed most of it. But I set me a trap, and I went on up through here a little ways. I set a couple more. I see the rats swimming back and forth down here, so whenever I coming back out, I stopped and looked. Well, they had it set off, but I didn't have nothing. I reset it, and I got a rat this morning. But there really ain't no way that I can video resetting this or anything. But I'll get them out of there and reset it, and I'm gonna see if I can't find a few more spots, try to get a few more rats. Just for the fact that I lost count, but I think it was around 40 that I've already took out of this wetlands from here to up there to the timberline. And this is the first one I've caught down here. I had not set down here. You can see that bigger hut up right in the middle there. From there up is where I had set before when there was a little bit of ice, but that's not as deep, but it's just as much mud. But we had enough ice that it was shallow enough up there that I could walk on it. But this down here wasn't thick enough that I dared come out here because I knew it was deeper. But yeah, like I said, I've took around 40 rats out of that area already. And I mean, you can see there's one up there in the middle, one, 2, 3, 4 to the right there. And then over here we got 3 more. Over here we got a couple more. And there's bank dens all along here, but it's so much muck that as soon as you go try to set it, everything just caves in and by splashing around in there. And just walking in here, I fell in a couple places. I fell in, but it's so muddy that you can't. I mean, you just barely can. Just like here, I'm sinking down. I'm pretty sure there's a run here. But well, looks like there's another toilet I missed last night. But yeah, like I said, won't really be able to video resetting this or anything, but I'll get this reset and you'll see what else we got. Stay tuned. Okay, I showed you that first rat, and I came up here and I checked one over there. It was set off. Come over here, that one's still set. And then back here, I have one set right there where they climb. If you can see that, or their little mound right there. But I had one set where they was climbing up out of there, and I come over here and I couldn't see no rats. I'm like, well, I ain't got nothing. I couldn't see my trap either. But then I see down in here I got a rat. But I still do have one more right over there at that little mound over there. But like I said, last night I had that first one set off. I reset it last night, and then I had this one over here set off. But now I've caught 2 rats already, And I'm happy with that. I still got one more to check, but I'm happy with that because this is the first time I've ever set like this. I mean, I've watched like 330 Maniac and Jeff Haggerty set where they, set footholds where they come up out of there, and they've had good success with it. So I thought, with it being so muddy and like so much muck in here, and there's, I mean, you can see there's just trash in there. I mean, if you do find a run, you can't really, it's just, everything's wide open underneath there. You can swim everywhere. Just like that hut right there. I found the one side appeared to be like the whole side underneath the open, where they can just swim in and out of wherever they want to. Then on the other side, I found a run, but it had probably 2 or 3 feet that just had trash where they've been coming out from underneath, and it wasn't floating, but it was, not all the way on the bottom either. So I thought it'd be easier to set these footholds. But yeah, like I said, I'm pleased with what I've got so far, and because, I mean, it's the first time I ever tried it. So I mean, not saying it's the most effective sets I've ever had, but I mean, they're good rats too. But yeah, get them out of there and go check the other one, and then we'll go check the couple beaver traps that we got out, which those I think are about to run dry. So I'm thinking probably today I'll probably look around, set a few more rat traps, and I'll probably set a few more rat traps, and then I'll probably go either move some beaver traps or just go set some more. I'm not sure yet. So depends on what the wife gets me into. So we'll talk to you later. Oh, I had them 2 rats. The last trap that I checked didn't have nothing in it. Then I came on up, I checked my beaver trap up here, and I set another rat toilet up that way a little ways, and I came down here and I seen this one, but I mean, you see it's straight up just nothing but muskrat poop on top. And I set my trap where I thought it looked like probably the best spot where they're climbing up on there. I wish it'd stay underneath the water just a little bit more, but the whole thing is just kind of floating there. But that's just number 1 Duke coil spring, and those are some evil little traps. But I got a little over a foot of chain on it. I've got a Hags bracket on there with just on a rebar stick. They get in there and they just come out here. Those traps ain't quite heavy enough what I like, but they'll come out here and they'll drown. But like, I've never done the like the toilet sets and stuff. I have where you can see they coming up. I mean, I've never really trapped for rats in a swampy marsh area like this. Usually when I trap rats is along pond, along the dams, and like along there, the bank ends around the pond is usually where I catch rats. But that pond up there where I've been catching earlier this year, that is the closest thing to this that I've had yet. But no, like I said, I have used footholds, but usually where they climb up, coming out on the bank, coming out getting grass and stuff. But what happens, they just get in that trap and they just go out in the water. That trap's heavy enough, no bigger than the rat is, it'll drown them. Which, like I said, the number 1s are just barely big enough, but they're definitely plenty powerful enough to hold them. I've held an otter with one, or with a trap, but my staking system quit on me right before I got there because it was snowing and there were fresh tracks in the snow where you can see he'd been there probably all night. And yeah, my staking said I didn't have a stake for otter, I had a stake for rats, and ended up my stake got pulled out, and the otter took off my trap. But it just goes to show you, it don't matter what you're trapping for, you gotta make sure your traps are staked for anything that could possibly get in the trap. But over here, I want to show you. I got out of the side by side. I had seen this little mound from a distance, from over there a little ways. So I stopped to check it out, and over here, right by where I stopped, I seen we can get through this shit without falling down. Yeah, right over here. Once I get there, if I ever get there, I'll show you. First I thought it was coon, but I was like, no, that ain't coon. And it took me a second to realize what I'm looking at. You can see where they brush hog right here a little bit, and it was kind of, they stuck their brush hog in over top of the cattail a little bit, and it created a little pile here of trash. And most of you probably, or a lot of you probably know what that is, but I'm not 100%, but 99% sure I know what it is. Like I said, first I thought it was coon shit, and then I was like, no, it's not coon poop. So all of a sudden I realized, dawned on me, it's mink shit. So I put me I think it looks like a Duke 1.5 back here. You can see where they're coming up out of there, and they're going around there, and they're going this way. You can't really, they got trails going everywhere from it, but and right there on that grass that's sticking right over the pan right there, the trap there by itself would have probably been good enough, just because it's on a trail coming onto the mound right there. But I put a little bit, I wished I had something gland lure for mink, but the only thing I had that I thought would work, I put a little bit of this Caven's Otter Lure Supreme. It's a food call lure, but I've caught otter, coon, I caught something else on it. Oh, I did catch a mink a couple years ago with it, but I don't hardly ever use it. It's like at least 3 years old. It's a Caven's Otter Lure Supreme call lure, or a food call lure. But yeah, like I said, I've caught a mink with it. I've caught otter with it. I've caught, I don't know how many coon with it, but normally what I do is I just, usually the way I use it is like on a pond bank or a creek bank or something. I'll just slick up like a little spot, like where, not really where they're crawling out, but just kind of slick up a little spot on the mud and just poke a little stick in there with that. Caught an otter earlier this year where I'd seen some mink tracks, and there's a coon trail right along there. So I was like, well, I'll get coon and maybe catch a mink. But next morning I come back, I had a stake with like a 2-foot rebar on. It was no BS 1.5. And next morning I come back and I had a freaking otter sitting there waiting on me, and he was not a happy camper. So, but I better get on. I got a couple more spots right over here that I would like to set, but I ran out of traps. I've got 2 dozen or so 110s with me, but 110s I don't think work quite as good for toilet sets. But yeah, I'll go check my beaver traps, and I might come back. And I kind of want to go set a couple beaver traps this afternoon or sometime today. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'll get into yet, but either way, I need to keep moving. So I'll talk at you later. Well, I can see from the road we got something over here. I have not figured out what it is yet. I don't think it's a beaver. I mean, it didn't look like a beaver, maybe a muskrat, but I ain't quite sure. So it's an otter. Hell yeah. You only got a couple days left of the season. I was debating on trying to catch or trying to find a couple spots to set a few more, but I was like, nah. I kind of decided not to because I kind of didn't think it'd be worth spending the time to chase after or try to chase a couple more otters, but yeah. I'll get you set up and we'll remake this real quick. Oh, there we go. Don't let it fall in the mud. Looks like a pretty good sized one. And male. That's a big male. Oh! Nice big male. You know, it's kind of funny because I've seen some tracks over there on a beaver set that I checked earlier over there at the swamp, or at the wetlands over there, and I've seen some otter tracks over there, but I thought there is a possibility that they would have traveled up here. I've got one more trap to check, but it's a caster mound, so I don't imagine that. But I have caught a otter on a caster mound this year on Trapper Jay's beaver lure. So I mean, I guess there is a possibility, but I kind of doubt it. And I kind of doubt there's going to be anything in that trap, just for the fact that I've only caught 2 there. And I don't think they're living there. I think they're just, every once in a while one travels through. But I just got a habit of leaving stuff there for however long it takes to catch something. Let's see. I guess he was coming downstream. I tell you, wading through this damn mud and stuff, getting these traps checked and set and everything else, and more just walking around looking around where the best spots are to set. Freaking wears your ass out. Come on. I decided to wear these today. My gauntlets, for some reason, was wet. I went to put it on, it was cold, and actually it was colder than the water was by sticking my hands in the water like this. So, and it's easier to set your traps with these instead of the big fat gauntlets. But no, that's a good order. What makes it even better is that season's almost over. I mean, yeah, we could probably catch one or two more, but I'm thinking at least got one last order. Need to put me a swivel on this thing, but I didn't have any swivels whenever, or extra swivels anyways, whenever I got these ready. But this has been a fairly productive spot. This trap probably paid for itself. Just too bad the rest of them haven't. Or at least as much as what this one has. Yeah. Whoops. Stay. Sit. Stay. Listen, dog, because my dog does. Fine, go in the water. The other way. Oh, actually, I was looking at this yesterday from the road. I didn't come down in here, but I was looking at it from the road. And I thought to myself, I should go down in there and redo some of the grass a little bit because it was kind of open on the side. And honestly, I kind of thought to myself that something could go around, but you know, for you guys that don't know and use willow sticks and stuff for stakes, be cautious with them because some farmers will chew your ass if you use willow sticks for stakes and leave them there. Well, the first few years I was trapping, I think it was the first year I was trapping out here. That's all I ever used was willow sticks. I'd come down along the road here, I'd chop me a whole bunch of willow sticks about an inch big around, about 3-4 foot long, and at the end of the year I just leave them there. And the one time I went up and made sure I can go trapping there, he was like, yeah, but pull your fucking willow sticks, he said. He took me out and showed me, and like you'd see a couple of them that was actually sprouted up. What made me think of that is this thing's been laying right here in the water. I kind of use it as a blocking stick. And if you look, you can see that. You see them red dots on there? That's that willow stick trying to sprout. So, I mean, that just, seeing that made me think of that. Is some people don't want you to use willow stick, even though there are a lot of places they're plentiful and handy or easy to get to or whatever, like the easiest most available thing. But gotta watch that. Don't make the farmer mad because you leave him there and then he's got a bunch of willow trees growing around the pond. tough grass. I guess I got all the easy stuff. Caught enough critters here that's kind of tearing up my grass system here. Whoop. Don't want you in the tree. There. That ought to catch us another one. Beaver or otter or whatever comes through there. Okay. Get a little otter up out of here and we'll go get them taken care of. But thanks for watching, y'all. And like I said, season for everything except beaver is well, I guess fox and badger was over end of January, but Tuesday, end of February is our last day for land critters, and the only thing we'll have left is beaver. So I'll still be targeting beaver, but I'll have to approach it a little bit different to try to avoid otter. Like this set right here. I mean, yeah, I can set it, but I don't want to go killing a whole bunch of otter that I can't do nothing with except throw in the ditch. So, and here in Missouri, you can't do nothing with them except, I mean, the only thing you can do is throw them in the, or throw them away. You can't keep nothing of them. So, otter's one thing. Yeah, I mean, like if it was a coon, it'd be one thing, but otter's something I don't want to just go throw them, whole pile of them in the ditch. So that's how I'll use my system a little bit different. I'll use a little different, like more like caster mounds, and probably get rid of most of the crossover sets for the fact that otter use those. I mean, just like a beaver does. So like I said, try to avoid the otter. But yeah, like I said, I'll try to keep these coming for a little while. So yeah, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more of them. So anyways, we'll catch you all on the next one.